I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of spaghetti.
Oh,
Out of
What?
all the pasta dishes, I think spaghetti's last place for me.
oh, why? What's wrong with it? I
Yeah,
think
what's
it's
wrong with
so
spaghetti?
good.
It's not a dig against spaghetti. It's just all of the other ones are way better.
I don't know. You can't have chicken parm with really anything else than spaghetti in my mind. Like, yeah, I think that's like the best, one of the best, if not the best pasta dish out there. And it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
but
can't
that's
go
not
spaghetti
like
based.
fettuccine.
I wouldn't call that like a spaghetti dish. Like that's a chicken dish that features spaghetti.
Well,
Sometimes
that's how
that's
all
true.
spaghetti is. You don't just get spaghetti, like you get spaghetti and meatballs, or you get spaghetti and something else.
I'm
Or you
I'm
just eat buttered noodles.
yeah. That's
We
that's
have
uh
we having butter noodles, y'all.
that's the
I'd say
classic I'm
my
poor
top
meal.
my top Italian dish is either stuffed shells or lasagna.
Ooh, stuffed shells are good. Those are like delightful.
Lasagna's. I take lasagna over stuffed shells.
Sure. I
Uh,
mean they're both my top. They're my top one. They're 1 and 1A, so I'll take either.
baked mastacholi actually might be like number one.
Masticholi
Actually,
might be number one for me.
yeah,
Yeah,
I pick that
that's
over a
good.
chicken parm if I can, have something against it. It's probably gonna be baked mastacholi. Favorite side, Italian side would have to be the baked clams. Those are like I forget what it's called specifically. We're gonna have to ask somebody. There's a specific name for it, but it's just the baked clams are fantastic.
I'm not a clam guy. I would just go garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
You
Well,
Yeah.
still eat garlic bread? You don't get sick when
to
you
the
see the sight of
to this
garlic bread?
day. To this day.
when's the last time you actually ate garlic bread?
The
I,
last time I ate 16 of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you are officially sick now, I think. I don't know
Well,
if you
no, we're on a break. I'm on a break with garlic bread. But it hasn't come up. Like if somebody
They
had
were
some
on a
garlic bread and I
break.
was there, yeah, I would 100% eat some garlic bread if it was in front of me. It just hasn't been put on my table yet.
I didn't know Jerry Seinfeld was in Friends. We're on a break.
But I don't want to be on a break.
What's the deal with breaks?
uh,
Hey, Nick, start the show.
Shit, yeah, this has got me. This has got me.
I
You know
can't
what?
see you to time it up. I can't see you to time it up when we're not on the Skype call. It's not
You
good.
don't. You don't time it up anyways when we are on the Skype call. You
Yeah,
just
I
tell me
do.
to
I
do it
nail it.
half-assedly. Welcome to the
I feel like
Relatively Jumbo podcast.
hey Nick, can you start the show?
Oh my god.
do
Oh
the next
god.
segment.
No, wait. No. Please, everybody tell your friends that I have to deal with these idiots. Uh, follow us on Twitter at Jumbo Podcast, Instagram Jumbo Podcast. Check us out, our videos on YouTube. We got the wrap up videos and other stuff. Like I ate a bunch of garlic bread. Just look up the Relatively Jumbo Podcast and subscribe. Do me a favor, tell all your friends. Steve and Devin, how are you doing today?
Good. It's a beautiful Sunday.
It's been a great day.
I'm still, and we were talking all this Italian food stuff. Me and Devin were at brunch today. I got Italian meatballs. We did appetizers, and it was one of the biggest appetizers I ever had. 3 meatballs and 4 pieces of cheesy garlic
Was
bread. I
that
was
was on
like,
the
this is
appetizer
ridiculous.
list?
That was an
It was
app.
on the app. Yeah,
It's like $10,
it was a big ass app. There's some in my fridge. I'm gonna eat it.
and they got all the sauce, all the gravy, and everything. They made it all. Got a bunch of basil in it. It's fantastic, and I'm still full from it. I had 3 fat ass meatballs.
I'm gonna have some as soon as this is done.
I gotta say, I'm very jealous. First off, did you guys win?
Oh yeah, it was a lot
Bottom
of
of the 7th,
dramatics.
walk off, home run, 2-run shot for the win.
Not by
You,
Devin.
It was a
Not by
great day.
Devin. It was
Yeah,
not
but I
by
was
Devin.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I saw it.
you were implying that it was because you did it. That you
I
didn't
didn't
say a
imply that.
name. You made it sound like
Bottom of
you
the
did it.
listen to this. Bottom of the 7th. We're down 1. At this point, we're down 1 run. Somebody goes up to bat. Not gonna say who. Kicks a 2-run moonshot. Wins the game. Walk-off style. That doesn't sound like I'm
Uh,
implying I did it.
it
I
doesn't
didn't
sound
do
like
it.
you're not being very specific. So I'll just tell the listeners that he didn't do it, and I'll tell you the actual events that got us to
No,
that
we're
point.
fine. Let's move on to the next thing. We're moving on
So
to the next one.
we're up a run. It's top of the 7th, 2 outs. Runners on, I think, first and second, and Devin's playing first. Routine grounder to Devin, but it's a little bit farther off the bag, so he's got to race for to touch the bag. He's in the mid process of thinking whether or not just to try to hit the guy with the ball or try to tap the bag. And while he's in the process of doing that, he fumbles the ball, kicks the ball around, and from that, it's an absolute scramble. We eventually gave up 2 runs on that play. I also will blame the
Oh,
umpire, and trust me, I had to talk to him after the game about
Yeah,
it
he
because
talked to him after, like a concerned parent.
oh no, a concerned coach. I was furious. He just was like, there's a play at home plate. I throw it there. It was madness. And he didn't say anything. He didn't say if the person was safe or out, which had me implying this person didn't touch the base. So we had to go make sure that we got to hit her with the ball so she's out or safe. But he didn't say anything. He was like, yeah, he was safe the whole time. And then a ton of more runs come in. And then we get somebody out at third. This is all in the same play. So people are just, it's mass confusion everywhere. It was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life.
well, I mean, it sounds like they should make a movie about it.
Yeah. And who would play Devin? Who would play Devin? Like, let's think of it just a guy that gets owned every movie or just looks like a
From what
loser.
you're describing to me, it sounds like it would be Mr. Bean.
Yeah. Mr.
Could be Mr.
Bean.
Bean. I was thinking that. Could be Mr. Bean.
Like early roles of like Paul Dano, where he gets just like beat up all the time. He looks like a nerd a lot of
I'm
times. I think
saying
that can work as well.
I'm saying either that or like The Rock or like Jason Statham. I mean, it's one of those 4 guys for sure.
Yeah. We'll think the first two I'm thinking are gonna make the cut over the ladder.
I'm thinking maybe Brad Pitt.
Just think of
Maybe
what's the role that has those 4.
I'm DeLuise. Um, he was
Rob
alive.
Schneider is Debbie. But there's a lot of just
Yeah,
great defensive
that one's
plays.
making Sports Center for the wrong reasons. But we
Yeah,
won the games. It's fine. So nobody's that mad at me.
yeah. I was not upset once Corey hit the home run.
Yeah.
And
Tensions were high in the dugout before Corey kicked a moonshot. So thank you once again to Corey for making this a better Sunday for me.
I was asking Devin, when is the
They don't have it
Blackhawks'
scheduled
first
yet.
game?
I don't think it's
Well,
scheduled.
that's gonna be exciting. You got Lerner. Devin, tell me a little bit more about Robin, will ya? You're give me his height. Give me his height and weight.
He's played for a lot of teams, and he was clearly the Hawks' best goaltender this year. And they traded him for nothing essentially because they didn't think they were going to make a playoff run. So
Yeah, are they even gonna play Subban at all? They're just basically like, yeah, we're not playing
I
him. Like,
I would.
yeah, at least a game. Jesus,
I,
it's just ridiculous. So what's the point of him being on the bench if they're not even gonna play him a game?
I don't know. I feel like with the last 2 Hawks runs, they've had goalies step in for really big games. Like Scott Darling played a lot of that Nashville series when we won in 2015.
15, 15. Yes, he
So
did.
without a good backup goalie,
I
I don't.
remember. Were you one of the meatheads that was like, yeah, we need him in over Crawford, and like people were very much on Darling over Crawford for the rest of that playoffs, and it didn't happen obviously. But
Well,
I
for
was,
Nashville, we wouldn't have won that series without him.
yeah, I respect him for that, but it's one of those things where it, Crawford's Crawford, and that's even to this point now, even 5 years later. I mean, you gotta like we were saying, you gotta ride him out one more time before you put him to pasture.
Well, I think they had to. So they had to trade Lehner because he was not under contract, so he would just walk for nothing. And then they didn't really get much. I mean, they had to make the move because, like Devin said, they weren't supposed to make the playoffs, and the only reason they did was because they changed the playoff format. So
Yeah, but
like, it's a
they've
rock and a hard place. Like you had to get some. You'd rather get something for him than nothing, even if what you got wasn't great, because you don't have a lot of leverage.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you could. I feel like they say the same thing about a lot of players, like Panarin or like Tavo or like all
I
these
mean, this
guys.
one was a little bit different.
But they just changed how the narrative of it. Like their current I mean, it's all going to be the same reason why they can't get these guys because they have such big monster deals on their salary cap that are like 10 plus year 8 to 10 year deals, and they restructured those with specifically Kane and Taves, and I think Keith as well. It's hard to move around, so you really gotta get the most out of these guys when you can, and there's very little room for error. So that's why I'm so intrigued about this series. It's going to be interesting how these young guys play their first real playoff series and just how they react to these moments against like a team that's got a lot more depth than Edmonton
Good.
does.
Yeah, they're good.
I mean, Edmonton, you got one, two guys that are dominant, and then the rest of the guys kind of just are. I don't want to be rude, but they're kind of slaps. I don't think they're really that great, and it's going to be interesting to see them, play Las Vegas. I think they can't rely on the Taves line to be able to just go out there and just stop one line, and then you play on forward. I mean, you're going to have to depend on a lot of lines to stop some good talent out there. So will I think they'll lose or get like terribly swept? No, but it's going to be like a challenge.
Let me ask you a question. Who would you have rather played between Las Vegas and Colorado?
Las Vegas, without a doubt. I
Vegas.
think
Yeah,
I think Colorado's super scary. They're just like a young Hawks team. They
they're
just are
really good.
so fast. There's no way if the defense was having a problem with McDavid by himself, just imagine like McKinnon and all them like going down the ice on this D. I mean, I don't think they can play that style, that fast pace, really going up and down the ice. There's no way they can keep up with it.
Their roster's
I
scary
will
good.
I will say Vegas, the plus about Vegas is that like they don't have your top end guy, like your top one or two guy, but their depth is crazy. Like the worst player on the ice is better than pretty much anybody else's worst player. And they have a lot of those guys were on the Cup Finals team.
Abreu
Was that
moonshot
2
right
years
now.
ago?
Oh, I saw that.
2
Sorry.
years ago. Sorry,
Yeah. I'm in
moonshot.
the middle of a
Sorry,
point. Son of a
I'm
bitch.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
You're distracted.
I'm not
But yeah,
watching it anymore.
I say that to say I would probably still rather play Vegas. But I mean,
Red Vegas.
Colorado is kind of like Edmonton in the sense that you've got your top two guys. So it was Connor McDavid and Draisaitl, and then here you've got McKinnon and Landeskog. Um,
Yeah, but their defense is really good. Like they got
yeah.
everywhere on that roster. There's top end talent.
Colorado.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Listen,
yeah.
I'll be the first to admit one of the top four teams in the conference is really good at hockey. You know,
Yeah,
you don't get that kind of honesty from every podcast, folks.
that's a
that's
hot
hot.
take. It's a very
Too
hot take.
hot. I don't know. That's too hot for most.
Those games have been
Man,
fun to watch, though. I think all the hockey. I've watched a lot of them. They're
it's hard to say what this team is, and that's why it's so much fun. Like these wingers, these young kind of forwards are really showing that they maybe can compete this year or this summer. Maybe they can go on a little run with these vets. Maybe anything can happen. I mean, the Hawks really, if you think about it, in February, never could have probably imagined that they would be in this type of scenario at this point, being able to really compete for a cup. So it's just like, and I think the fans feel the same way too. It's comforting to see the Blackhawks play, playoff hockey. It feels like it's been forever. since the last time they've played playoff hockey.
2017, yeah,
That feels like forever. That feels like
it
8
does.
years ago.
And it's the first series that they've won since 2015 when they won the cup.
Yeah, that's I don't know what to feel about these series. I guess I'll call it in the books. I'm sure that somebody will be like, put an asterisk on it. All I'm saying is that if the Hawks can win, they can basically tie what the Red Wings did in the 90s 4 and 10 years. So they still are in that window for it. So they can
That'd
do
be
that
sick.
if they want to. Yes. I really want that to happen.
Well, also the Hawks, and you were talking about it a little bit before, as far as like veterans and everything. They're technically the youngest team in the playoffs.
It's the
That's
weirdest
weird
shit
to
in the
think
world.
too.
Yeah, so there's really top heavy as far as like Kane, Taves, Keith, Crawford, but then you've got a bunch of like 20, 21, 22-year old guys. So it's kind of a good balance where you've got these young guys that have got a lot of energy, maybe a little raw, but you've then got the experience of like guys that have won all these cups and been to the playoffs. So
The funny
I
thing about
mean,
the funny thing
yeah.
about Kane is that I mean he's a veteran. He's only 31 years old, so it's like people forget he was like 17 years old basically when he got drafted. I'm kidding with that. Yeah,
Boys got
he's
they got a lot of miles though. They got a lot of miles on them.
hella miles. Yeah, they do. That's the truth.
They
A
look
lot of
good
wear
though.
and tear.
They're
They
looking
do
good.
look good.
Even
They
Taser's
do
looking
look
good.
good.
He's winning basically every faceoff that he takes.
Absolute psychopath, and that's why I can't even get mad about like the goalie situation. Crawford looked on. He just stood on his head. He looked
Yeah.
absolutely nuts on Friday. I mean, I haven't seen him play that well. I mean, it's been a couple of years to be honest. Like he was really back to his authentic kind of, it's a brick wall type of feel.
Which is crazy because he's been on the ice for like 2 weeks since he had the Rona.
Rona
Like he
cured
hasn't
it.
even been back that long.
He's cured. I mean, he's got his stamina back, and the Rona actually just gave him more strength. So I think this needs to be put into more of our
He's come
athletes. To
back
be honest,
stronger.
Speaking of which, NHL and NBA bubble still going off without a hitch.
The
yep,
bubble.
that's good. I mean,
What series is postponed today for baseball?
Well, the
uh,
Cubs and the Cardinals weren't able to play, and then I'm pretty sure they're
that's it.
postponing the Cardinals' next series.
Yeah,
It's just the fucking Cardinals.
yeah. Now
It's
it's
so
now
annoying. Like
now
just kick them off the tour, Doug.
get them the fuck out. They want to
Shut
go
the
to.
city down. Shut the whole city down.
Yeah.
They,
Tell
they just
everybody they
keep
gotta
going.
move.
What if it's just like one of those situations where they just keep going out, like they're just a bunch of like spoiled brats, or like no going out. I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm going out. I'm going to the Ozarks this weekend. Fuck you. Like they just are just all going out and shit, still partying because they keep getting positive cases every day. It's like what's going on? If they're isolated from each other, I don't know like what's happening.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean,
It,
they might get stronger from it. Again, look at our Marlins. They look amazing right now, and they all
Marlins
keep
can't lose.
they
We
can't
picked
lose.
we picked a winner, boy. As
Yeah,
long as they can like finish the season. Do they still have to play 60 games?
yeah. Oh, without a doubt. If they're like one of the better teams, like they got to. I mean, there's
How do you make the games up though? They're playing like 60 games in 63 days.
So
Like
are you just gonna have a bunch of double headers?
double headers, and you got some days off. No more. You had your days off right there. Those were
But
your days off.
how would you do the double headers? Like,
There, you never
because
heard the new thing?
you're already playing. Are you playing those series again then? You just play 6 games
Yeah.
against one team
Well,
in 3 days.
you're only playing like like 7 different teams this year. I mean, you're playing your division and maybe like 4 to 5 games against your NL Central components. So it's like there's a lot of time to make it up. It just like they would play doubleheaders that are 7 innings long. That's what they're doing. They're gonna have to take some days that were off days in these next 2 months and really kind of play those days. If they have to make it up, they're gonna have to. I mean, this is the problem. This is why you have to isolate. I mean, if every other team is looking fine in terms of protocol and not really having these mass outbreaks, I can't even frown with the Marlins and the Cardinals. But I will say now in the Cardinals situation, I don't know how they're gonna make all these up. They got a ton of games to make up right now.
That's what, dude. They're like they're 500 anyways. Just get them out of there. Like, you lost. You're done.
Sounds
Yeah.
You're
like
done
you're
for the
sounds like you're
season.
scared of them. You gotta
You
get over this thing with the Cardinals. You can't be scared of them all of the time.
shut up, dude. After 2015, I'm no longer scared of the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
Also, I mean, they just went from, like, they had Mark McGuire, and then immediately got Albert Pujols. It's just bullshit. It's like the Packers going from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. Like, I can't get a break in between. I just got to get dominated by once in a generation talent. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing. There's no escape.
they have a good squad this year. I'm not gonna say they're a bad team. Like they have talent, but it's just figure out your health situation or do what the Marlins are doing. Aren't they playing guys that just are just not even a part of their system? You just got to bring some people in right now. I mean,
Yeah, like
that's
the guy selling cotton candies playing third base.
they got all the freaks
He
out
is good
there.
though. In all fairness, he's not bad.
He's
No, he's got
dominant.
quick hands. I mean, he's
Quick
employee of the
hands.
month for a reason. He's got quick
Makes good
hands.
contact.
Yeah,
Soft too, soft hands. That's the main thing. Like
yeah.
they're coming through the zone fairly quick and easy.
Well, also, he's got, like, he's good eye, like, he ball tracking. Like, he's got to see who's raising their hands, trying to get more cotton candy. He's making quick decisions. He's counting change.
What
Change.
who are baseball stadium workers that you're first putting into the game? Like if you needed to really get a backup, would it be security or is it the cotton candy guy?
I feel like the cotton candy guys, like strength wise, they're doing more for you during the game than security is.
I think securities are those are your designated hitters. Like, you don't have them playing in the field because they don't have, like, good lateral movement, but they are strong, so they hit tanks. So those are your DHs.
I think you guys are underlooking the guy that walks around with the giant margarita tank on his back.
Yeah,
That guy
get that guy in there.
that guy is a monster. He's probably a catcher, a leader of the ball of the locker room, and just
Yeah.
when you're lugging that thing around on a hot day.
Maybe one of the last people, and this is just because I know one that I'm putting in the game, is probably like a raffle ticket guy. Like whoever's walking
Oh
around
yeah.
selling the raffle tickets, that's probably one of the last guys I'm throwing in there.
Yeah, I heard he's good at the gulag too. So yeah, they're usually pretty good at the gulag, and yeah, they're slinging tickets. They're making people pay with cash, forcing it. No more card. We only pay with cash here.
Who else
And
do you got? I mean, the front gate workers. I mean, that's your catcher, right? They're
I
stopping
would.
what's coming in, blocking the plate.
As
What about
somebody that's done this job for many different events, I think, like, the people in the concession stands, I think those are, like, you get at least, like, a bullpen catcher, just somebody that you can grind, because
Something.
it's just
Yeah.
a grind.
what about the person that works the fast pitch machine at a stadium? Because they probably on before the people come in, they're probably working themselves on it. I mean, you got a whole pitch machine to yourself. You might as well see what your mileage is and get better. I mean,
Yeah, that's like a late inning reliever, just somebody that comes in and throws gas.
hey,
Like, he
I found this loogie in section 355. I think we can get Mitch Moreland out with him. Come on.
Yeah, he's basically Joe Kelly. Like, he can throw heat, he just has no idea where it's going.
You mean Craig Kimbrell?
Oh, fuck. Don't. The guy's a Hall of Famer for 10 years before we pick him up, and now, like, I don't know, he's averaging against, like, a 1200 OPS.
I respect David Ross. He loves his guys to a fault. He's like Jerry Reinsdorf almost.
Oh God, don't even bring him up. Why you
Come
gotta get me
on.
heated right
What are
now?
you guys doing? Like, you bringing up the Cardinals, you're talking shit about my manager, you're bringing up my bullpen. What is
We're
this?
it's hater Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
You
This is
sitting in your car
this,
right now. You sitting in his car right now.
this
Yeah,
shit
that's
on
another
Nick
thing
Sunday.
we forgot to mention in the podcast. I'm currently recording from inside my Hyundai Tucson in a Starbucks parking lot.
You've been in the drive-through. You just parked in the drive-through. mainlining
I'm like, yeah, no.
Frappuccinos.
Here's my card. Wait a second. No, light ice, almond milk.
You just keep
So yeah,
sending it back. I said light ice.
Nick doesn't have the car on either, so it's a PSA of
You might not
just
I'm
him.
like a
survive this
dog
one.
trapped in a
Yeah,
hot car.
can't do it.
I'm
If
I'm in
anybody sees
Arizona.
Nick,
It's 100. It's 107 degrees out right now.
break the glass.
What city in Arizona are you in right now? Tell me right now, so the followers can stalk you.
Um,
Are you in Tucson? In a Tucson? That would be sick.
oh no, I'm not. That'd be nice. I'm in Phoenix in a Tucson.
Oh, you ever
That's
travel to
that's
Tucson?
making my head hurt
You ever travel to Tucson in that thing, just to do it?
just to do it.
No,
Well, just
no,
why don't you?
And then
The
everybody
fuck?
on the street gives you that look like, I see what you're doing. Just a slight nod.
because it's like 2 hours away and there's nothing there.
Yeah, they named a car after it, so there's got to be
Yeah.
something cool
Gotta be
there.
something cool.
U of A is there. I don't.
Maybe they got a
If you like,
Starbucks.
if you like the University of Arizona,
Who doesn't?
Gronk went there. That's a Gronk school, so it's got to be pretty
Oh,
cool.
I'm thinking ASU, aren't I? ASU's the fun one.
ASU is much closer.
They're both fun. I mean, you're in
Been to
Arizona.
ASU. ASU
Yeah,
is a lot of fun.
But one of them is like, you hear stories. Wow, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I live closer to that one. No,
Go.
I went to an ASU football game. I had a lot of fun. I went out after. I mean, the stadium's very close to where like all the bars and restaurants are. That was a fantastic time.
Did Herm
I'll,
Edwards go out?
this might have been pre Herm Edwards.
Uh,
This was no. When did he start? Because this was, I think, 2 years ago.
I feel like he started about 2 years ago. He's been there
Yeah.
for a
Okay.
little couple years
It
now.
was either his first year or the year right before he started. Either way, I was up in the 300s, so I couldn't see him. But I had a great time.
You should have just been like, "You play to win the." You just scream it, just to be that obnoxious fan. Just scream it for like 3 hours.
I snuck a megaphone in somehow. I'm just shouting it.
It's just nonstop. You guys get it? You guys get it?
You understand? He did the press conference as they're hauling me away by my feet.
And you're trying to show them the YouTube video. No, watch this video. It'll make sense. It's funny.
I'm pulling it up on my phone. The screen's all cracked and stuff from them dragging me away.
Look, guys, this is really funny.
Oh man.
What were we talking about?
Oh, it's my favorite reset.
Hey, why
That's how we
Arizona?
reset.
Why you're Tucson?
We're
Why
telling
haven't
the
you drove
listeners
there?
that you're stuck in a Starbucks parking lot. You should grab a rando on the street and interview him. That's our first guest on the podcast.
I'll share the Bluetooth headphones with them. I'll just put one in each of our ears.
That's assault, brother.
Well, no, I'll have consent.
Get it? You're gonna get consent on the podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna record it so that everybody
Verbal
can hear.
consent.
Verbal consent. We don't
Verbal
got
consent counts.
papers, okay? We're doing this through through voice.
Sign this waiver and then get in the car and then let me put this in your ear. If whatever psychopath agrees to that, you need to not let them in your car.
At the same time, they're a great interview.
Yeah, that would be good.
Probably.
People love psycho like Netflix shows.
Fuck. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the heck is going on?
Okay.
Well, there was an issue.
He's starting to see things now. The heat's getting to him.
Because I'm trapped in a hot car. Don't you understand?
He's trapped in a hot car.
He's in a hot car. Somebody turn on the car.
What the fuck?
It's Tracy Chapman, bro.
Is that a real song?
Yeah, Hot Car by Tracy Chapman.
Should have been that.
About
a hot goddamn car. What do you mean? No,
I
it's
just
about a
think
fast car actually. About somebody having one. She's
Oh.
pretty jealous. You've never heard that song, Devin? The fuck?
no, I try to live in the bunker that I built to
It's
outlast
not
this
even
erosion.
new.
Wait, you've never heard "Fast Car" by Tracy Chapman?
Maybe.
What?
I'm not
It's a
saying I
classic.
haven't. I mean, maybe I've probably heard it. It doesn't sound like whatever you saying. I haven't heard a song that sounds like that, but maybe I've heard the song.
What about you?
Sure.
Got yeah. I don't believe you. I feel like you have. I'm gonna play it in a bit.
Pull up
I'm not.
"Fast Car," but you can only play like 7 seconds of it, or we'll get in trouble.
That's not true. There's no amount of seconds. There's no maximum time limit.
Well, then at what point do we get sued?
Well, as soon as she hears the show, which probably is gonna happen right after you post it, I know she's a listener.
Tracy Chapman, we know you're listening. Please just be okay with us playing it for a little bit.
All right, that's it. That's all you can
I
hear.
don't like it.
She didn't even talk about the
Bull.
fast car yet. What do you mean you don't like it?
I don't think I like it.
She hasn't told you how fast the car can go. Come on. Give her a second.
Bullshit. I don't like it. I think it's bullshit.
It's
Oh,
God.
it's not bullshit.
Remember we used
What
to
do
do
I need?
It's a
segments on
good.
this show?
I mean, we're supposed to have. Sometimes we have segments. We go in and out of segments. I'll be the first to admit that we don't regularly do the segments that we have, but that makes them more special.
Devin, what segment do you want to talk about? It sounds like
We should do.
you got some
We should do a
picky.
segment where we try to remember what our actual segments are.
Well, no, I've written down segments that we've done in the past. I have that.
In the car?
No, in my computer.
Should we do a
Oh.
top 5 tonight?
What do you want to do?
Sure.
We could do the fast casual. We could do or the chain restaurants.
Well, I mean, we could just pick up where we left off at the beginning of the episode and just do a top 5 Italian dishes.
Oh yeah, that does sound delicious.
Uh,
But we've covered so many of them already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, there's so many. I already know my list. I think I already told you. I feel like there's
Pasta
got.
fagioli.
I got. Gabagool is number 3, underrated. Underrated meat.
What about prosciutto?
Prosciutto is good. And then you have for dessert a nice fouilladelle.
Does pizza count as Italian food?
Yes.
That's my number 1. With a bullet.
Pizza is also my number 1. But I think in the spirit of, like, that's just kind of, I don't know, it's either Italian dishes or pasta dishes.
Yeah, it's all the same. That's why we gotta do. I think we gotta do fast casual or chain restaurant top 5.
I'm going to say, since I'm just in a hot car and I don't know if I could do a whole lot of looking up, can we just do top 5 all restaurants that aren't fast food?
So that sounds more confusing.
If it has a drive-through, you can't use it. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you more options.
All right, my first pick McDonald's.
No.
You motherfucker.
Fine, sorry. Rock and roll McDonald's. Boom.
It doesn't exist
Play the
anymore.
song. Can we play that song or will we get sued?
There is no rock and roll McDonald's. They tore it down.
Yeah, it's like a modern one. Now it's like eco-friendly McDonald's. Like
Looks like
lame.
a truck. Looks like a truck stop.
Yeah.
This is a truck stop McDonald's.
I don't think I've been to it since they remodeled or
Well,
redid it.
What's the point of paying double the price for nuggets if it's not going to have Elvis Presley stuff in it?
Because you're downtown and everything's double the price.
Very true. Very true.
That's for like people that are like, oh, we want to go take a look at that 7-floor Sports Authority. While we're here, let's go to Rock and Roll McDonald's.
That's not a thing anymore, Nick. That's gone
I know.
as well.
I know that. I do know that.
That makes me sad.
That does make me sad.
That was a great store. I needed
I went there one time and I was like, this is way too many floors.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not enough floors. I think they could have went 30 floors of sporting goods.
One basketball per floor. Oh my god, dude, this guy just walked past me with these cut off jorts that like he's borderline showing some ass cheek.
Get him on the pod.
And
Get
they're
a to-
embroidered on the back pocket.
get a towel on your seat and get him in the pod.
No, I can't. That guy is a murderer. I think I can't have him in the car.
I forgot we got a man on the street right now, just out there mixing it up with the people.
No, I'm in the car. The windows are up. I can't be mixing it up with that guy. That's dangerous.
Excuse me, sir, is your ass hungry? Because it looks to be eating your shorts. Just yell that.
And then I say, "Hey, do you want to get in this car?"
You want to get? Hey, give me your consent and get in the car.
Listen, you can't see that guy. That's definitely a guy that would have given consent to get in the car.
Nothing bad is gonna happen to you, I promise. Worst case, you make the news. No press is bad press. Man
Yeah,
recording
think of all the
podcast in Starbucks parking lot, murdered by guy in homemade jorts. If that doesn't get runtime,
and they were
that
short.
That's the bold title. Just like 3.
the story is more about the shorts than you disappearing.
That was I don't know if I'll ever recover from that. That was something.
What is he ordering from Starbucks? You gotta give us
No,
that
he's
report.
there's a sports bar right next to the Starbucks, and he walked in there.
Well, he's not getting a frap then.
No, I don't know. He walked in with like a laptop bag, so he looks to be getting some work done.
He might be a TSA agent. He's on
He's,
break.
I think he's building his website for his homemade cutoff jorts.
I cut him a little bit deeper inseam. We're gonna get him super tight.
What were we talking about?
We're gonna do a
I
top
think.
5 of restaurants, I think.
Yeah, that's correct.
Chain restaurants.
Okay, so I'm gonna say right off the bat, mine are not in any order.
Well, you gotta draft well.
We'll
Then
put
you
them in
might
order
lose
then.
some.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I can't put them in order and think of them all at the same time. There's a lot going on. It's a hot car.
It's a hot Carl.
All right, who's going first?
Can't you do it on the patio or something? There, like,
No, it's 107 degrees out. Even in the shade, it's hot as hell.
suck it up.
Okay, so I thought last week, because I had to go out Wednesday, that I was gonna have to record, like, not come home but stay out by where I work. And I was like,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go do it at a Starbucks. And then I was told that I'm very loud, like I yell, I guess, when I'm
yeah.
doing the podcast. So if I'm just at a Starbucks yelling at my computer, that might not be the best thing for me.
They gotta suck it up too. I mean, they act like Starbucks is so ambient in there. It's like everyone's loud as shit. It's not even like a place you can get anything done at.
It is super loud. Like they are marketed as like this place to go and get some work done, but like they got Maroon 5 like turned all the way up in there. Everybody's talking. Can't hear myself. Yeah, there's a lot going on. The coffee machines are going. It's not a quiet place.
I gotta pay for it.
Is that also Tracy Chapman?
Essentially,
That's Maroon 5. Hey, you want to go ahead and read the ad read for Maroon 5?
yeah, sure. I don't know why they need an ad read. I think that Maroon 5 could be one of the greatest, if not the greatest band of all time. Probably surpass the Beatles in terms of album sales and
Easily.
ratings. I think
Easily.
that they're just an inspirational group. So whenever they have concerts again, go see Maroon 5. Can I say that I've seen them? I can't say that. Maybe I will this year. Maybe we'll have that's for content. Me and Devin are forced to go to a Maroon 5 concert.
God, I'll kill myself
No, don't
on the
say
on
that.
the show.
So it's a live show at a Maroon 5 concert, and you're just gonna end it.
Yep, that's it.
What would be the
That's
song that would finish it for you? Is it
She
this?
will be loved.
You know what? You came up with that answer way too quickly.
I've thought about this for a while now.
Just getting a plan together.
I got notes.
All right.
All right, Devin,
So
you got to start, Devin.
You want me to start?
yeah.
So my number one chain restaurant, I'm going Texas Roadhouse. The bread is fantastic. The steaks are delicious. The drinks are good. There's sports on. They do a weird dance. They make you ride around on that like horse saddle high chair thing if it's your birthday. So I just always tell them it's somebody's birthday. Tons of birthdays at Texas Roadhouse.
I like their biscuits or their
The bread is the
bread.
best bread.
The bread.
The bread is the best.
It's got a sweet butter too that goes with it. Oh, it's
Cinnamon butter,
scrumptious. Oh
delicious.
yeah, it is scrumptious. It's great, Nick. You should go.
You should
I gotta
go.
say you're talking it up, and I didn't eat lunch yet, and it
I'm
sounds
hungry
good.
too.
Go
I
to
got
Yeah.
Texas
meatballs in the
Roadhouse.
fridge. Yeah,
That was a good pick from what I hear.
I'm proud of
Steve, you
it.
want to go?
Proud of my
Sure.
selection.
If we're gonna go steakhouses, I think that Devin picked the right one, but I'm gonna go with the one I still think is number one. That's gonna be Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, damn.
I
I
think
like
that
Outback
that's
better than I like Longhorn for sure. Like
I
that's the right
yeah.
order.
It's
Outback
definitely
is delicious. Love the bread. Also, bread
The
there is good.
pumpernickel bread. Oh, fantastic.
yeah. It's very great. Obviously, I don't have to talk about the bloomin' onion, but if you go
Oh,
there and you don't get it, then did you really go? I mean, people do these DIYs of make your own at home bloomin' onion. I'm like, it's not the same. I don't give a fuck what you say. You can't replicate the sauce they got there. It's not the same. So don't spit on my face and say it's rain. That's all I'm gonna say. Go to Outback and get the real thing.
I know you do say that a lot. I've known you to say that.
And specifically because a lot of people spit on me. I don't know why.
Like, hey, you can do that. Just don't tell me that it's rain, okay? You got to promise me you won't.
Dude, there's a lot of good
Okay.
options here.
So I'm up with my number one. I got to stay true to my roots. I'm going Chili's.
Yeah.
I love Chili's too.
So the
Chili's is
chips and
good.
queso with the salsa,
Yeah.
and then you just get whatever entree you want, but it's really about the chips and queso.
Margaritas are good.
Yeah, it's the ambience too. If we're gonna go with a place that it doesn't feel like you're at a chain restaurant on Friday night. Maybe you're just bored. You're like, oh man, let's go get a seat at Chili's. Maybe that'll work. But they got a nice bar, so it feels like you can just take down a couple drinks there, take it to your table. Like, it's great. And I obviously they got a lot of good things on the menu. I mean, fajitas. Have you ever had them there? I
The
love them.
fajitas are good.
Yeah, very
That's the
good.
only thing I get there.
It's amazing. So that's a good pick.
Okay. So for my next pick, and this one doesn't really count for fast food, so I'm going to go ahead and use it here, is Chipotle.
Oh, that's not the one I thought you were dropping.
Wait,
Oh,
Chipotle. I feel like. Oh, well, you're
it's
right. That's not fast food, I
yeah,
guess.
there's no drive-through.
Oh, that's what constitutes fast food. I forget. All right, yeah, that's a good pick. I
Yeah,
I
love
just
Chipotle.
I it's the place that I get the most. And it's always pretty much the same, and the same is good.
The same is good.
So that's
well said.
thanks, Steve. Thank you.
I will say that you know I when I think of what I'm thinking a lot of sit down places that are just all
Yeah.
over. I'm going Italian because we've been talking about it, but I'm
Oh,
not
he's
going the
Oh,
route
doing
that
it.
people think.
Oh,
I'm going Maggiano's. That's
ah,
that's one of those ones where yeah, if you thought it was Olive Garden, no. I think there's other better options than that. I think that Maggiano's is arguably the best chain Italian place because it does feel very fancy. One, and they do a good job. They do give you they can do a part of the menu where you take one to eat there, and then they give you the same thing take home with you, same portion as well. So I get
shit,
that a lot with the chicken parm, and I don't get it a lot. I don't know why I act like I go there every week, but when I do go there, I will typically try to do that because it's amazing. It's heavenly.
Yeah,
Fair.
Maggiano's is good. That's a
Yeah.
solid.
Thank you.
All right, so we got 2 picks.
Oh shit, I know what you're gonna pick. I think,
I
but go ahead.
I don't know what I'm gonna pick. I made a list and I don't know which one to pick off of the list. But I think you want to use this one. So because I'm me, I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna go 5 guys.
Fuck. Yep.
Only because
Yep.
that's the reaction I was looking for. Makes me happy to know
Well,
that
you got it.
upsets you. I'm going 5 guys in round number 2. The burgers are good. The fries are good.
I'll
The
say
prices
this.
are outrageous, but
Yeah,
the
I'll
food is
say
good.
this. If they had the
If you have
prices
40 bucks,
like
yeah, if you have 40 bucks to spend on a burger and fries, I mean, you're not going to get much better than 5 guys.
I don't know what if they had prices like Red Robin at Five Guys, I think I would be so in on it. It's
Red
super expensive.
Robin is borderline dog food. I will
Yeah,
never go to a Red
yeah,
Robin.
but the prices
The
are
price is
good.
okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I wouldn't know.
If Five Guys had that Red Robin oh, bourgeoisie over here, Nick. I wouldn't. I've never sniffed a Red Robin.
I tried it. I went once, and it was awful.
I wasn't saying that it was good. I'm just saying the prices are good. But Five Guys, you have to pay for all the toppings and stuff. That pisses me off. Like you got to pay so much more for extra stuff on a burger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the one fault I have with that.
That's wild.
It's
still
great.
very good though.
You gotta get your worth with the peanuts, though. You just grab a bag full, and you just like, if you're gonna
The
screw
whole
me,
bag.
if you're gonna screw me on the burgers, I'm taking a bag of peanuts.
Well, to their credit, they do give you a bucket full of French fries.
Yeah, true.
A lot
They,
of French
they
fries.
they are hardy with the French fries. I can respect that move too.
Yeah,
I've also realized my first 2 picks are places where you can get peanuts. Like at Texas, you get them and you just throw all the shit on the floor like an
Yeah,
asshole. I
oh,
mean,
I
I don't think
love
you're supposed
that.
to do that, but I do it. They have an
it's
empty bucket right next to the peanuts, but I still throw them on the floor.
there's another steakhouse that does that. I haven't said it yet because I don't know if I want to pick it or not. But there's another place that does that.
I'm trying to think. I don't know what it is. Maybe I
I'll,
do. It'll shock me. I'll be bummed out when you tell me. Okay,
yeah,
so that's my my number 2 pick,
Yeah,
and my number 3 pick. It's a wing place. You get good wings there. Sports usually on TV. The beer specials are usually not bad. Those are really the only 3 reasons why I would go there. But I'm gonna go Hooters in round number 3.
yeah, yeah.
They're everywhere. The wings are good.
yeah.
The
I
food's
mean,
okay. The beer specials are always good. And there's sports on. That's it. That's the only thing I could think
That,
of why you would want to go there.
yeah, that's a good point. The food is good, and the atmosphere and the sports on TV.
whoa, 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 whoa. We're not talking about the atmosphere. Not the atmosphere.
No,
What do you
the
mean?
atmosphere, take it or leave it. But really, the wings, the quality of the wings,
You're right.
the
My
beer,
apologies.
the beer specials, and then yeah, a bunch of TVs, sports on. So it's a
I
good
like
time.
sports.
It
That's the only
definitely
thing I'm
wait.
watching while I'm there is sports, and that's
It's
it.
I'm not. We're not gonna have an argument here. Is it? Wait, it's better than B Dubs, right? Everyone here
Oh
agrees with
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Buffalo Wild Wings food is not good.
No,
but
that's
they have more TVs, which does make it harder for me not to go there. I
yeah,
like
yeah. That's the one
Yeah,
draw with them.
the number of TVs is important.
yeah,
Make all of the walls TVs.
I think that yeah, and I think with the wings there, they got a lot of good flavors at Hooters. I mean, they just got every flavor imaginable. So the wings, the beer, the sports. That's it.
Really, that's the only reason they made the list is the wings,
yeah.
the beer, and the sports,
All right, it's my turn.
and the asses. I mean, no, just the wings.
Yeah, the atmosphere is all right.
Yeah, the atmosphere is fun. All right, you're up.
Damn. I don't know if I want to go with this route because I think that it might get left out. I think I'm gonna save it then. Fuck. This is
See,
gonna
that's
be
where it gets tough. Is it
I
going to be there, or am I going to
I
pick
still have a
it?
lot on there. I have a lot of good ones that are off the beaten path. I think I'm safe.
I've got
I
a couple.
oh man, this is really. I'm trying to think of one that is not like super chainy, but it's it's got. But I fuck it. I'm going IHOP. I want.
What?
I'm going
What?
IHOP.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I don't care what anybody says. I know that people go against chain breakfast places like that. I can't say that I like Waffle House because again, we don't. There's not one by us, so I can't be that fake person to say like, "Oh, Waffle House is amazing." I know Waffle House is good, but if I'm gonna have to pick one that's in my area, generally it's gonna be IHOP because they just make decent pancakes and it's an affordable venue. And I like diner coffee. I mean, diner coffee's all right, and I know that people are like, "Well, they
Ooh,
don't
I do
do
like diner
diner."
coffee.
They don't do diner coffee well. Well, there's not many diners around me, so they do it better than most. So I'll
That
pick
place is
IHOP.
sneaky expensive too.
What?
Is
A
it?
diner? IHOP? No, it's not.
IHOP, yeah.
You're getting the wrong shit. You get these weird funfetti pancakes then. I just get the quick 2 egg breakfast. You get something
I'm not
like
gonna go
10,
there
10.
and not get chocolate chips in my pancakes. I'm an adult. All of the chocolate chips. You run out back there before you make my pancakes.
Am I up?
You're up.
Yeah, that was a crazy pick. I'm
That
I
was
shook.
wild, especially
I'm
for
shook
what is
right
that? Your
now.
number 3?
You went from a steakhouse to a really nice Italian restaurant to IHOP.
what is wrong with it? I don't get what's wrong with IHOP. I mean,
I'm not saying anything's wrong with it except it's a bad pick, but also it's just not.
you didn't shit on Chipotle. What the fuck? I mean, that's the
Because
worst
Chipotle
pick.
is actually good.
No, it's no. Let's be real. Like it's not. You're making it sound like I wanted to hold back on it. It's just
You're
it's
getting
bad.
defensive. You're getting defensive. You know you made a bad pick. That's why you're
It's
getting
fine.
defensive.
No,
We
I
can
need
move
to.
It's
on. It's
fine.
fine. It's
No, I
fine.
have
You
to
got 2 more
justify
picks.
my
You're gonna
pick.
be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I wiped you with the first two. I needed I needed you guys to get back in it a little bit. That's why I picked IHOP. So you're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. All right, so my next two, instead of Five Guys, I'm going for one that I think is pretty much just as good. I'm going Shake Shack.
I've never had it, but I've heard it's
Oh,
really good.
well, I like it a lot. So
I would
that's all that matters.
say it's another pricey one.
Yeah, but like it's
There's
comparable to like if you went to like a Chili's, which is a sit down. Shake Shack is a little bit quicker than that, so you think it's going to be cheaper, but it's kind of like the same as that. But the food is just as good for me.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll say this. I wish the shakes were a little cheaper. It's one of those things. They're not big shakes. I've seen bigger shakes with cheaper price tag. And
Okay.
I I know that they justify making quality shakes, which is fine, but they're still pricey.
Probably not as good as beefaroo shakes. I would say that. I haven't had it, but I'm
Oh
guessing
boy.
beefaroo shakes vastly better than the Shake Shacks.
Okay.
All right, and then you got your next one, right?
Yeah. So this is pick number 4. I'm going with Potbelly sandwiches.
That's a terrible pick. That is
I love
awful.
I love Potbelly.
That no. I mean, you're gonna make fun of IHOP and you're gonna let this slide. This draft. This is
Yeah, I think
no.
that sounds fine to me. I think it's a good pick.
Oh my god, dude.
It sounds like you're still
Potbelly?
defensive. You're
I
defensive.
mean,
Because you guys jumped
fi-
on me after IHOP. I mean,
That's because
Potbelly.
IHOP is actually just not good food.
yeah, it's the more I think about it, like, and I didn't think it was a good pick to start with, but I'm really souring on it.
Like I'm sorry. Listen,
Oh,
I'm sorry you made a bad pick. It happens, but
it
that shouldn't
happens.
distract you from how good my pick is.
That
Like
is
I
not
feel
a good
bad for
pick.
you.
That is not a good pick. Anyone that thinks
Listen,
that
the listeners will just have to decide. Okay?
Yeah, they'll decide.
I feel like that's pandering almost too, because you know we got
Why?
What do
Chicago
you mean?
crowd, and they're
They
gonna
have
be
IHOP
like,
in Chicago.
Yeah, and everyone's gonna be like, it stinks because it's IHOP. No,
I think
I
that means that it's.
disagree.
I think that means you made a bad pick. I think that's what that means. If
No,
everybody says that it's bad, then it's a bad pick.
everyone's not you two. You two aren't the world.
It's fine, man. It happens.
I'll take it somewhere else.
Steve, it's okay. It's fine. You made a bad pick. It happens to the best of us.
It happens, man. It's gonna be all right.
Here, let me extend you this olive branch. It's your turn to try and redeem yourself. And if you say Papa John's, then I'm hanging up the phone call.
They,
I might.
I hope
No,
you
I'm
say it.
kidding.
Call his bluff. Call his bluff.
I'll ruin this whole podcast right now. I won't. I wouldn't do that. Not to our fans.
Not to the fans.
They need this.
Don't do it to the
they
fans.
they need it. I would do
They
it to
need
you. I
this.
wouldn't do it to them.
Yeah, you need to cut me off for a little bit. I think that I need to calm it down. I was at a level.
You gotta go. You're up.
I am up, and this is where it gets a little. Again, I think I lose a lot of range with where I pick, where I'm at with this, because again now I'm questioning my thought process and really thinking like, what should I do right now that might change the tides up. I'm going.
I mean, you really got to come through with a steal. Like you can't. We don't want no scrubs
Yeah,
on
you
this
gotta
one.
fucking nail this one, kid.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. I mean, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'll keep going breakfast places.
No,
I'll keep
God
going.
damn it!
I'll go.
If you do Denny's right now, I'm gonna flip a table.
Just go. Just say it.
I'm gonna
Just
do
do it.
Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is a fun shit.
Bro, you should have went Cracker Barrel first. Cracker Barrel's amazing.
Yeah, I forgot that was there. I go there a lot that's childhood me. We did that a lot for the road trips. I haven't been there, I would say, in a couple years, but I do love the food there. You can shop for old school candy after. I love that idea of the shop there. It's always at a truck stop. You can always rely on it being at an exit. And again, they got the peg game too, where you're pegging. So
Yeah, you're
how
big
many
into pegging,
pegs?
if that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so if you like pegging and getting pegged, you go to Cracker Barrel.
Wow. A ringing endorsement.
Yes.
I will say that was a good bounce back pick.
Thank you.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Thank you very much.
All right, Devin, you've got two. Is this your 4 and 5?
It's my 4 and 5. So I don't.
Okay.
I want to go with one, but I don't know. It's very local. I mean, it's a chain, but I don't know if there are other places other than Illinois.
Here you go with this bullshit chain local Northwest Illinois chain shit. Here we go. Come on. Come on.
Or nationwide I can use, or I can use one that's a little bit closer, but I think the one that's closer is better.
Do it.
I'm gonna go Lalo's.
Oh.
If anybody knows what Lalo, like, they just give you these big ass margaritas that are delicious. The food's good. Chips and salsa's good.
I was afraid you were gonna go something really,
But
really weird.
I don't know if they're in places other than Illinois.
There might be. I don't know. That's a good question.
So I'm going that one, and then I'm stuck between two. I don't like one as much. I'm gonna go for my 5th pick. It's called Bahama Breeze. It's like it's a Caribbean chain restaurant. It's good. It's pretty good. The drinks are good. Get a little jerk chicken.
I'm a hipster. I pick restaurants that nobody's ever heard of.
Look it up. Look it up.
Oh, actually, you know what's funny is I'm scrolling through a list of like 300 chain restaurants, and I was on the page with Bahama Breeze. I
See?
shit you not.
Looks delicious.
Right under that is one that no, I'm not going to pick this because it'll ruin my draft. But I really like Sbar. No, I really like Sbarro Pizza at the mall.
Oh my god.
Not bad. We
I
should
know.
do food court.
I know it's
thing.
bad. I know it's bad, but I like it.
Michael Scott right there. An Italian place.
Yeah, my favorite New York pizzeria.
I might have dropped off the last 2 rounds there, but I'm feeling pretty good about this draft. I think the
I
first 3 solid picks.
I'm going my last pick right now. I was going over a couple, but I think that this one's great. Beautiful ambience, excellent desserts. I'm going Cheesecake Factory. I
Too
I
much stuff. There's too much stuff there.
Yeah, their menu's like a Moby Dick. I mean,
It
it's
doesn't
it's
make
a thick
sense to me.
it's a thick menu, but if you just at least you can order a lot of shit there that's different. And I don't
How
like
do
the
you have that much
idea.
food in the back? It doesn't like you can make fucking what? You have a hamburger for one guy, and then like a filet mignon for another guy, and then like mac and like it's too much stuff.
Have you
Throws
seen
me
a
off.
Cheesecake Factory empty on a weekend though? If you really think about it, I feel like people are always there waiting to go to a Cheesecake Factory. They know that there's good cheesecake, so they just eat a shit. It's like you eat a whatever meal just so you can earn that nice slice of cheesecake for $15.
Did we lose Nick?
No, I'm still here. I was just
Are you just blown
oh,
away
wait.
by Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah, no, I got nothing to say. I mean, yes, the menu is very long. I don't know
Too much
where the hell
stuff.
do they keep where do they keep all that stuff?
That's what I'm saying. Like I work in a
Yeah.
kitchen. Our menu isn't that big, but like if we had a chapter book that was our menu, what the hell are you doing in the kitchen? Like it's crazy to think about.
Yeah. I don't also like a place that does like the over 1,000 calorie salads. That's also yeah, that's too big of a salad in my that's what that doesn't constitute a salad anymore at that point.
All right, so you're done. IHOP number 3.
So, Cheesecake Factory is a good pick. I'm gonna go. Am I the last pick?
Yeah.
Last pick.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with one that you guys might kill, but I like it, and that is
Oh, that sucks. Oh wait, hold on. Say it.
I'm gonna go with Panera.
Ugh.
That's fine.
Nick, you are arguably this is the worst draft ever. I'm
You
sorry.
have a bad draft.
This is
I
the
mean,
worst
Chili's
draft
is
by
good.
you.
Devin, you're saying I'm having a bad draft?
I think. Well, I mean,
Yeah, I think 100%.
Chipotle's good. Chili's is good. Shake Shack's good. I just said Potbelly was good because I knew it would drive Steve crazy, and I'm not crazy about Panera.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so many chain restaurants that I actually eat at.
That's fair. Hey, you gotta stay true to yourself.
It's still real to me, damn it.
You live in Arizona. How often do you need to eat hot soup?
Bro, I love, love the broccoli cheddar in a bread bowl with a
Yeah.
sandwich. The friggin' best. Love it.
Hey, hon, it's 110. You want to go get some soup?
Listen, sometimes it's not 110, okay?
Sometimes it's 106.
Their bakery section's great. Got some decent breads and such. That's it.
Yeah, we'll post it and see who wins this thing.
Nick had a terrible draft. I'm
You picked
sorry.
IHOP. You can't talk, dude. You picked IHOP.
Yeah, you fucking picked IHOP. You're getting defensive. I only had one bad pick also.
What? What was your one bad pick? Admit it. Which one was
You
bad?
guys don't like Panera.
Well, I said Potbelly was bad too, and I think Devin is very iffy on the Potbelly still. I don't think he wants to admit that he thinks it's weird.
Are they the best like sandwich place? They're better than Jimmy John's, right?
What about Firehouse? That
Firehouse
one's
is better.
that's 100 times better.
I disagree.
100 times.
I take Firehouse over Potbelly.
I wouldn't pick a sandwich place. I mean I think what my mind of chain
We
restaurants
were
to
doing
what
chain
Nick's
sit down
was.
restaurants, yeah,
Yeah.
and then
And Nick's doing this. I don't got time to sit shit. I eat my Tucson. I gotta
yeah,
fucking get it.
this is Tucson Eaton.
I'll be honest with you. Most of these chain restaurants are dog shit food. Like, there's only a few that I actually like. There's only so
There
many that I
goes
actually like.
there goes the sponsors. Fucking Olive Garden's out this week.
You've dealt with bad service then. I can't say that some of these places
I don't
suck.
care about the service. You could call me an asshole. You could punch me in the face.
You're
As
an
long as the
asshole.
food's good, I'm fine.
Somebody punch
As
you in
long
the
as,
face.
yeah.
Well, you admit it. You
Get
said
that guy
it.
in George to punch you in the face. Can we do an honorable mentions list? Because there was some I didn't say, and I regret not saying them. So I'm going Olive Garden. I like Olive Garden. I don't care. I like the breadsticks. I like the salad.
The salad's good. I will say that. The salad's good. They know their dressing's good. That's why they put it everywhere.
The garlic salt on the breadsticks is good.
Their
I
pasta and their
drink.
sauce is terrible though. It's
I like to say
awful.
I'll have the house red, the Olive Garden house red for dinner tonight. And then they pour it from the Franzia box, and then I have that. But I don't know. But I usually get too full before I get to the main course, so I don't eat it until I get home.
Can I say Bar Louie?
Bar Louie could be out. Is the food good there?
I don't know. I feel like I just go there to
And that's
drink
one of them.
sometimes.
I got Red Lobster on the list.
I was gonna pick that too. I really was,
I thought that would be a pick that would get shit on, so I didn't pick Red Lobster.
and it was going to be at my fourth pick after IHOP. That's why I was so scared to make that pick. I was like, I'm definitely gonna get shit on with this one.
The food's good like the appetizers are good. Like stuffed mushrooms are good.
Yeah, I do you actually buy the lobster at Red Lobster? That's I think a
No,
cycle move.
I don't get that. I pick out mine. I want that one, and I bring it to the table. I take it out myself and I put it on the table. I got that one. I got Famous Dave's, but like I don't really like Famous Dave's. I think it's a good chain restaurant though.
It's like I can't think of any other barbecue chain restaurants like
That's
that.
what. Yeah, it's the only
Like
one I
it's
could think of.
I was thinking of another breakfast place. I forgot the name of it, and it's not like a terrible one. We don't really see them often. I feel like in this area, Bob Evans. I think that
I heard
that
it's
one,
good. I've never
it's
been, but I heard
okay.
it's good.
It's okay. It's got like fresh ingredients because they all use their farm stuff. And I know that people, are gonna shit on the IHOP pick. I'll admit that it's not one of my best ones. But again, I can't pick Bob Evans based on the fact that I've only had it a handful of times. So I'm not gonna be that guy that picks places that I haven't had
can
that much just for the sake of picking them. With
can
that
the
being
can the title of this episode be he picked IHOP?
no, dude, it's not even like people would be like, yes, what a great pick.
Okay. I think people are gonna be on your side. And then I don't know if you've been there, but on the border, I had that on my list
Oh,
too.
I went there for the first time a few weeks ago. That was actually really good.
I
What
think the
about
food's good. I was between that one and Lalo's for my number 4 pick, but I think
no
on the
no
border is good.
no love for Uncle Julio's here? I see nothing for
That
the.
place is expensive, man.
Yeah, that is
It's
really
like $10
expensive.
to sit down. I don't
It,
need
it,
you to charge me an extra $10 to make the guac in front of me. Just give me the guac.
yeah, they gotta make it in front of your table too. It's like chill out. Like let's
Awkward,
take it
man.
easy.
Don't make eye contact with me the whole time you're making the table side guac. It's not good.
Nick, are you thinking of any of them? Do you have any
What do you
sort of
got? That's
honorables?
my honorable mentions list.
Uh no, I've never been to Carrabba's, which is kind of like a
That's
oh,
Italian.
this isn't fat. I don't think they have a drive-through, but Smash Burger. Have you had Smash Burger?
I've never had it. I've had M Burger. Is that kind of like the same idea? I've heard of Smash Burger though. I mean, they're in the city. I've just never had it. I mean, is it just a build your own burger type
Smash,
place?
yeah, Smash Burger's good.
They smash it in front of you. They build it. It looks really nice, and then somebody like punches it in front of you. They go hammer fist.
I wanted to pick a pizza one, but all the chain pizza is just bad.
Pizza
I
Hut.
mean, you could have done like Lou Malnati's, or
Yeah, but like that doesn't really count to me. Otherwise, I would have. And Rosati's is not good.
it's
Rosati's
weird
is
criteria.
yeah. I don't like Rosati's at all. I don't think that it's a good at all. What I was gonna say, people think about Olive Garden and like Maggiano's are the two like chain Italian staples. What about Buca di Beppo? I think that people really sleeping on Buca. Just it's one of those ones you get the family table, you get you get some very hearty meals there. They just know how to do it the right way. Another place that just gives you a shitload of food.
Anybody else? Is that it?
I think
All of them?
we kind of nailed all of them.
Well, listeners, if you're out there and we forgot something, put it on the list. Let us know how dumb
Tell
we are.
us.
Tell
Tell
us
your
we're dumb,
friends
and
to
then
listen. Tell your friends to listen to tell us how dumb we are.
yeah. We should have called this three dumb guys.
And we're having a good
Three
time.
three idiots.
There's still time. Update on the in a hot car situation. I'm out of water.
Jesus
Oh no.
Christ.
No.
Well, you're outside of a Starbucks, so I think you can go ask them for some,
You
right?
bought 2 gallons of water when they were full when we started.
I'm in a hot car, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm out of water. Our rations are out. It's a dire situation. I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Well,
It was good knowing you. What do you think, Brian, for the third next week if Nick
yeah,
doesn't get out of the car?
true. I think he knows how to edit too, so that's
Yeah,
always good.
we need an editor.
I see. Me and you aren't doing it, so I think
No.
Brian's perfect.
Well, on that note, now that we found a successor upon my eventual death in this car,
Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye forever.
I better not get into an accident on the way home. This will be a bad ending.
It was it was nice knowing you. And yeah.
So in this podcast, we've hypothetically had you murdered by guy in jorts, died from heat exhaustion in car, and now from a car accident. So that you have a real Final Destination thing going on today.
It's kind of a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
I like that. I'll take that. Well, we'll see what happens. In the meantime, be sure to
Jeez.
follow us on social media. Twitter, @Jumbo Podcast. Instagram, Jumbo Podcast. YouTube and Facebook, just look up the Relatively Jumbo Podcast. Subscribe. Yell it at your friends, even when they're in the middle of a conversation with somebody else. Any last words?
Devin, you go first. I think you
Awesome.
got some good words.
Awesome last words.
And I'm gonna say exactly what Steve said. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, really making my job difficult. All right, folks, we will see you on Thursday.
Bye.
See you guys.